Wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
March is where we level up. Tuesdays and Thursdays, live at 5 p.m. Pacific. Ash Knows Travel.
Let's go.
Get ready to log in and change the travel industry. Welcome to Ash Knows Travel. The future of travel has arrived. Let's get started.
Let's go. I wake up to a little.
Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Ash and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where I share trainings, walkthroughs, and insider tips to help travel advisors book smarter and build confidence. And tonight's training is all about stop leaving money on the table. We are going to do a full commission breakdown for travel agents, and we're really just going to talk about how commissions actually work in the industry, where agents normally miss on it, and basically just small changes that you can make to just kind of earn different types of commission. And we're going to talk about all of that tonight. Now, if you are live here, please go ahead and comment hello in the chat so that I know that you are live. And you happen to be watching this on a replay, go ahead and still comment replay so that I know that you stopped by. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Now, I love this training because I think one of the best ways that we can learn, if we're learning anything, one of the best ways we can learn is about how we can always make more money. Yes. So I love going through this training. And actually, this was something that one of you guys recommended to me. One of my agents had like an issue where they missed a big part of commission. And she was like, if I didn't know that, other people might miss it. So if you guys ever have suggestions like that and you want me to do a training, I will absolutely do so. As long as I've done it and I'm experienced in it, I have no problem training it. And just, basically if any of the needs that you guys have, go ahead and feel free to message me, okay? You guys can find me on Facebook, you know where I'm at. You guys can find me there and just send me a message and say, hey, do you have any trainings for this? Or do you have a good idea for this? And I will gladly do them next month or whenever I can get it scheduled, okay? But tonight we are doing commission breakdown for travel advisors. And before we start, I do like to go ahead and just share with you guys everything that I'm doing, throughout the month. On Thursday, I'm going to be doing how to make your own AI commercials. We're going to go step by step and I'm going to break down how I do it. That commercial you just saw in the beginning, I'm going to show you guys how I made that, basically. It's an AI commercial. It looks like me, but it is not all the way me, right? So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. And then next week following that, I'm going to break down my 4 systems that I use. I'm going to do like the digital command center, my 3 post system, all of those types of systems that every travel agent needs in order to scale their business. And then that Thursday, I'm going to be doing a Vax vacation access, and I'm going to do a full walkthrough. I'm even going to do like just different types of ways we can book in there, the vendors, how we can get our rewards, all of that. All right. So I have a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Yes. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on the bell to get notifications so that you guys never miss when I'm actually going live, because it will tell you, it will literally send you a notification. Hey, Ash is live. All right. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Now, I'm going to talk about all different types of commission, but I always like to start with the basis, okay? I always start with our foundation when it comes to commission. So obviously, the most obvious one we have here is supplier commission, okay? When you guys are booking cruises, resorts, or tours, or vacation packages, that's probably the most common things that we book, yes. We always earn a percentage from the supplier, and that's going to always be our foundation. You hear me teach anything about being a travel agent, our foundation is always bookings, yes? But the real opportunities come from what you can actually add to the trip. And so I'm going to be covering a lot of different things tonight. I'm also going to be talking about just different higher commissions. I'm also going to talk about a little bit of fun things when it comes to Virgin Voyages, because a lot of you guys don't know about that one. So I'm kind of excited. All right. Now let's talk about the first one, shall we? Cruises. And I'm also going to break it down per like thing. So for cruises, this is the first one. All right. A lot of the times when we are booking cruises, we only book the cruise. Yes? Comment. How many times have you guys just booked a cruise? You just book a cruise, you don't add anything in there, you don't suggest anything. And I get that. I totally understand that because that was me. And I know what that feels like because when you get that booking, you get that rush and that overwhelming feeling of like you just completed your booking and you're like, whew, all right. Okay, that is great. I'm very happy that you got that booking. But guys, cruises can include additional commission opportunities. And you can really miss out on them if you don't offer them to your clients because they don't know. They don't know what type of things that they can book with you, right? They think they just booked a cruise with you. But guys, we can slide in there and we can do all types of things. We've got shore excursions. We have travel insurance. We have pre-cruise hotels and flights, okay? These additions can increase both the client experience because you're taking care of them fully and the total commission that you guys make. So let's talk about these. So for shore excursions, we have two that I really like to use. Now I'm going to tell you something. When it comes to cruises, I think I cover Virgin here, okay? Virgin's the only one that will actually pay you for any add-ons, and I'll get to that. But when it comes to shore excursions, if you guys want to make commission on them, there is a way for you to do, okay? Now, typically when people book cruises, they go inside the vendor and they do the excursions. That is okay. We don't get paid commission on those unless it's Virgin Voyages, okay? But that doesn't mean that you still don't have opportunity to make income here. So we have vendors like Venture Shores and Shore Excursion Group, okay? Those are the two. And you guys can get set up with them and you can offer them to your client. Now, I'm going to tell you something about this when you're doing. You have to be very careful about the excursions that they book because the outside vendors don't understand when the cruise is like leaving the port or when it's arriving at the port. So anytime that they're scheduling it, just make sure that they have enough time to get back to the port without any like rushing or anything like that. Like if they pick one, say, hey, you're going to be at the port from here to here. Here's your options. Go ahead and, pick a few, right? Easy shore excursions to book right there because a lot of people don't know about shore excursions and they also don't know that when they get to a port that there's nothing like set out for you to do. Like just go explore, go adventure, but you guys can kind of come in there and save the day with those. Now, travel insurance. A lot of the times we automatically use the travel insurance inside of the vendors when it comes to cruises and we don't make any commission on them except for Virgin Voyages. But, okay, hear me out. If you want to, and if it's a lot of money, sometimes I will look into 10 leg. I have seen a cruise policy for 10 leg when I was quoting it at one time, and I have used it in the past. So you guys can also do that. But make sure that when you guys are quoting that travel insurance for cruises, that it has all of those things included and make sure it's like included with the cruise. Okay. I say that because a lot of us kind of miss out on travel insurance. And I've noticed that the 10 leg policy for cruises are a lot cheaper than the cruise policy itself. Yeah. Okay. But if they want to go inside the vendor, also an option. There's just no commission on that part. Then on top of that, okay, when you guys are booking clients and they are going to a port, they normally go to a port that either they're going to drive to or they have to fly to, right? So if they're driving or flying, I always tell them, make sure you arrive the day before. Do not try to ever fly in automatically to a port and then go to your cruise. For example, like right now in Houston, where I'm at, we're having a whole bunch of security issues at the airport. It's taken like 5 hours to get through security at this point, right? Okay, in that setting, we don't want to ever put somebody on a plane. All right, hope you make it, get on your cruise before it leaves. Have a great day, right? This gives you guys another window for commission. Go ahead and offer them their pre-cruise hotels. And if they need one for after, offer that too. You guys can just slip in there and go book it on Expedia and make another $20, $30, right? Along with that, flights. A lot of the time, people don't know that, they're going to book those flights or if they have to drive, whatever that is. If they are flying, just create a whole package in Vax, right? Get you a flight, get you a hotel, put it together. You guys can go in there and add extra commission so you get paid for booking the flight. But however you want to do it, okay? These are just additions that a lot of people don't do when they come to booking the cruise, and you guys are just leaving that money on the table. They're going to book this regardless. They're going to book their own excursions. They more than likely will add travel insurance, because I'll tell you, for cruises, how to sell travel insurance, you let them know. I'm going to tell you, your insurance is more than likely not going to cover you when you are out on sea. So you need travel insurance in case something happens to you, because if you need to be life flighted off that boat, it's going to cost you about $50,000 starting, right? We all know that. It's very expensive. I mean, that's just starting. So to save yourself, please get travel insurance, because you never know what can happen when you are out internationally, right? So automatic sell right there. So that's the first one. Let's go to the next one. Cruise excursions. Now, I already talked about this one, but I always also just kind of break it down. Here's the ones that I said: venture ashore and shore excursion groups, okay? The excursions can be offered before the trip too. If they are arriving a day early, give them something to do, okay? You can also offer it during when they're porting, or even after if they're there, for a couple of days before they fly out. You guys can also do that, okay? These are my two, because Venture Ashore comes with an affiliate link. I like that one. And then Shore Excursion Group was given to me. Well, I was in a training one time and they were given to me, and that's a pretty good one too. But like I said, make sure that the times line up when they're at the port, because you don't want them to get stuck at the port, right? Next one. Now, I'm going to break this one down specifically, because this is the only one that I've ever found that actually does stuff like this. If there is another vendor that does so, it is possible. But honestly, I book Virgin Voyages the most compared to, I do like Royal Caribbean, Virgin Voyages, and Carnival. Those are my top 3 that I book the most. So I'm really hands-on with Virgin Voyages. All right. Virgin Voyages offers commission on many add-ons, not just the cruise. So you guys can have add-ons for flights, hotel stays, travel insurance, shore excursions, spa treatments, onboard credits, and premium packages, okay? Virgin has stated that they may pay around 10% commission on these add-ons. Understanding the supplier policies are key for this, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you something. This can change. This can always change. So if you come across this training and it is not the same, there is a possibility that it's changed. I just pulled this directly from their site. So if there's any changes in the future, just double check, okay? But it will tell you when you're going through it that you will be able to make commission on it. It will highlight it and it will tell you how much it is. Normally it's about 10%. That's what I've always seen, but I don't want to put in here if it changes later, okay? But what I want you to understand is, from all of this, is that Virgin Voyages is the only one that does this, okay? If there's other ones that I've done and I haven't found it yet, but Virgin Voyages, if I'm booking a Virgin Voyage cruise, I'm about to sell it all. We're going to do everything inside Virgin Voyages because it's all put together for us, and let's go ahead and make some money, right? I love this one, okay? Virgin Voyages is where it's at, guys. If you're not certified with any cruise lines, check them out, okay? Now, next topic, we have resorts. A lot of the times when people are booking resorts, they book that resort or they'll book the little package and then they stop there. But there's a lot of different things that you guys can go in there and start making commission on, okay? This is not going to be the same for all of the cruises or all of the vendors, but a lot of the times we can go in there and add stuff like this and make commission on it. You just have to read the vendors that you're in. So here's some ideas. Private transfers, you guys already know we make commission on those. Vacation Express, also, what else do we have? Bax does that. Classic Vacations, Pleasant Holidays, they all give us typical, just different types of commission for these things, right? Private transfers, excursions. If you go under the features, like at the bottom, when you're doing a booking, it will have excursions based off of that destination. You can add those. Or you could go outside of it and go into Viator, yes? Viator is going to be a really good option for this one, and I'll explain how I use that. Spa services, a lot of the times you guys can get commissions on those. Special experiences, it depends. Sometimes I've seen it where they have like cultural tours. They'll have like just destination. If you go to Hawaii, they have like the luau and stuff like that. You can add that in there. And then travel insurance. Automatically always offer travel insurance. A lot of the times we do get commissions on these inside the vendors, but if it's a little too expensive inside that vendor, I go to my backup, which is 10 leg. 10 leg is awesome. And I'm going to tell you something about 10 leg. I can't guarantee it all the time, but every time I do a booking, I automatically give them the 10 leg book, the link, and I tell them to go get travel insurance. Okay. So I have a few trips that are planned out for the future, and I've already submitted that, and I got paid for it. I already got paid for my 10 leg, and they're not taking the trip for several months. So I think they have a policy where they pay out at a certain time. I don't want to ever guarantee that, but I like 10 leg, one, because they have very high commission rate of 18%, and then they do pay out too. All right, you heard that, okay? Get your 10 leg. If you don't have 10 leg, get it and just start posting it. Sometimes I just post it freely, just as like a, hey, you guys, if you already booked your trip, you still can get travel insurance even after you booked it. Here's the travel insurance link. Use it. It's my favorite one. Boom. All right. That is with resorts. Okay. Now, next topic we have is groups. Now, groups has a lot of commission inside of it. Okay. I use an example on our presentation slides where we have a group of 20, and the group commission for the 80%, like after the 80%, is like $7,500 for a group of 20 people, or 20 cabins is $7,500. So that's a lot of commission, right? But inside of that base commission line, they can include some additional commission layers. Now, I'm going to tell you, it depends on what vendors you use. For cruises, it works differently. For resorts, it works differently. And then sometimes I like to book directly with like the resort, etc., because they offer perks too. So it depends on where you're going with this, okay? But what I want you to understand is that for groups, you do have an opportunity that it may include higher commission percentages, tour conductor credits. That's going to be on the cruise lines. Every time you book 8 cabins in a group setting, you get 1 tour conductor credit that you can use for the cruise. A lot of the times that can either be like a free, it's like a free cabin, but it's not like a cabin. It's like dispersed between it. Or you can go in the cabin yourself, or you can sell that one. And then they'll offer like different things like you can offer, which are the perks or the amenities. They just have a lot that's tacked into there. But I'm going to tell you something. I have seen on quite a few group cruise lines, because I do a lot of training on groups, and I have booked 2 different like types of groups. Like I book resorts and I book the cruises, and primarily I use Virgin and Royal. But I have seen on some of the cruise lines when I'm doing the groups that they will have options for you guys to get more commission. I will give you an option where you can select it as one of the amenity points. So let's talk about that while we're in here, okay? Along with tour conductor credits, groups also come with amenity points. And amenity points, that really kind of ties down to just like extra things that you can put into your group. And that's where the extra commission will lie, okay? Now, that's cruises. Let's keep going. Also, bonus commission from suppliers. A lot of the times you guys need to check and see if they have bonus commission for group rates. They normally do. So check inside that, especially direct with the vendor. And when I say direct with the vendor, I'm saying like, okay, we know that the family wants to stay at Dreams. They want to stay at the Dreams Resorts. Okay. Dreams Resorts has a direct booking portal, and they do groups on their website. You get way more commission booking directly with Dreams than you would if you were to book a group with Vax. Okay? That's what I'm saying. I always try to check and make sure that the vendor doesn't have its own benefits before I just go in and automatically just do it through our consolidator like Vax or Vacation Express. All right? Now, that is another kind of big part. We also have amenities that are tied into group sizes. They will have like a good set of commission for us. And I'll get into more of like how it can work for like weddings, etc. That's later on. But for the most part, what I want you guys to understand is that there's a lot of hidden income when it comes to groups. If you run, I would say start off, how I did it was I started off with one group and I promoted it for like almost a year. It was roughly about a year. And I filled it up to 9 cabins. So I got 1 free cabin. I dispersed it between the group and they had a blast, okay? But it's just a great way to make it. That's what it is. All right, next one. Booking platforms. Now, this is one that you all should know, but a lot of us don't. So I wanted to just throw this in there because I want to make sure you're getting what you value yourself as. And if there's an opportunity for you to make extra commission and there's a big window from what they're seeing and what we're seeing, you might as well just add it in there, right? So some booking platforms automatically include commission in the price. Great examples. I have Vax, Vacation Access. You can go in there and add in commission. I'm going to show you guys when I do the Vax full walkthrough. I think that's next week. When I do that, I'm going to show you guys how to get paid for flights in there. You'll like that one, okay? Follow me on that one. Expedia Tap. When you're booking hotels, sometimes some of the hotels will let you add an additional service charge. And then Centrav. Centrav is for flights only. It's centrav.com. A lot of times when you guys are doing international flights and you want to get paid for them, that is who I use. I use Syntrav, and I can add in commission through there. Okay. Now, in certain cases, these platforms already have commission built into them. So make sure that if you're adding more, that you already are getting a base. Okay. But what I want you to know is that this is an option, and you need to check and see. Sometimes some of our platforms will automatically let us add an extra commission. And then if I see that as a window, what do? I go check it directly. I go run over there and see how much they're charging. And if there's a window for me to make more money, I'll add in more commission. Okay. They don't know that we're adding in more commission. All they're seeing in the price. And if they're still saving money, what's the difference, right? Now, that is booking platforms. Let's continue. Another one, okay? Direct supplier bookings. There are a lot of good direct suppliers that we can work with. For Hyatt is an inclusive collection. They have an entire brand that we can work with. I mean, they do Secret Dreams. They do, I don't know, there's a lot, okay? Rio, you guys can book directly with them. They're a little hard to get access to. It takes time, but you can get access. What else we have? Oasis has it. There's just a lot of different direct suppliers that we can go to, okay? Now, when you guys go in there and book directly, I'm going to tell you, a lot of the times it's because of the rewards. We like to book direct because of the rewards, right? That's totally fine. We can do that, all right? But I'm going to give you guys a good example of how you can take this a little bit further. So in a group setting, okay, we're going to talk about destination weddings because I book a lot of them and I like to talk about it. So in destination weddings, when you guys book directly with the suppliers, okay, they offer a lot of different commission. Most of them, you have to check and read the fine lines, okay? But a lot of them will offer commission on wedding packages. So if they decide to buy like one of those packages, you can get like 10% of the package. That means you're getting paid for the wedding, which is great. Event coordination, you guys can add in commission for that. You can charge them for it. Especially if I'm doing group coordination, I automatically do charge a fee for that. And then room blocks for guests. If I'm setting up a room block, I do charge a fee for setting up that room block because it takes a lot of room, a lot of time, right? It takes a lot. If it takes a lot out of me, that means I'm going to charge commission for it. So thinking about a destination wedding, it requires a lot of work, right? So these bookings can produce commission beyond just the room reservations. Now, I want to go a little bit further than this, okay? Does anybody do destination weddings here? I have a full training on destination weddings, and I try to teach more about them, but I just feel like the time for the destination weddings are already planned out. Like people who are getting married this year, a lot of them already planned. So I feel like I missed the window for that. But if you guys want more destination wedding trainings, let me know, okay? But with this, what I want you to understand is destination weddings go a little bit further if you go direct. You don't always have to, but I would suggest at least looking to go direct. And when I offer the resorts to people, I always try to see which resorts I can get the most commission on before I offer it. I know that's not the best, but if they're coming to me and they have no idea, then I'm about to go and see where I can make the most money and save them money and give them the best perks. That's our job, right? Now, if you didn't know that, you could do so on the direct sites, okay? Next one, affiliate and product commission. So I like to share this one because when we all first start, we don't know about this side. I feel like when we first start, we just get so into booking and then we just stop right there. We do a cruise booking and we're like, great, I did a booking. Okay, let's go further than that, okay? So this is a optional additional side that you guys can do to make commission. You don't have to necessarily do it in a setting of a requirement, okay? But affiliate and product commission. So I have seen in the almost 4 years that I've been here that we have access to 70 plus affiliate links. You do not have to use them all, okay? But you guys can use the ones that pertain to your niche and just use it as a support tool to make additional commission, right? Now, I will tell you, I like to market affiliate links before the booking. So if they are like looking around and they are interested, you can offer them to book directly. If that's something, like if they want to go look at it, offer them your link to go look at it. And if they happen to book it, that's fine, right? Because it goes direct. I also like to offer different links before the booking if they are interested in just like travel gear, luggage. We'll get into that. And then during the booking, I do the travel insurance, I do the excursions, etc. Okay. But with this, there's another flip side to that. All right. Amazon has an affiliate program that we can all join into. I have a training on that. If you're interested, let me know. but Amazon gives you the guys the ability to make commission on products. So some examples for that are travel gear, luggage, packing products, and travel accessories. So what I like to do is go inside Amazon. I'll set up a little like storefront for it, like specifically for cruises, resorts, family travel, whatever that is, and then put a bunch of stuff inside of it. And then I like to like send it to them in the email and be like, oh, if you need help with the packing, here's my awesome Amazon list so you can check out in case you have anything that you need on there. Boom. All right. So programs such as Amazon affiliate links allow advisors to recommend useful products while earning commission. Yeah, I like that one. All right. Now, final takeaway for you guys. Okay. The real difference here. New agents book what clients ask for. Yes. But experienced advisors think about the entire trip. When you start getting comfortable as a travel advisor, you're going to start seeing different opportunities for them to start making, for you to start making different types of commission. But don't look at it as just making commission. Think of it as you are fully servicing your client for the entire part of the trip. The more that you do this, the more they feel like they're taken care of, and the more they'll come back and book with you. Okay. Now, what I want you to understand is, and what I want you to get from this, I want you guys to start looking for every opportunity to improve your client experience. And that means offering all of your different services that you have, okay? So that is all I have for tonight, guys. I hope you all learned a lot. Make sure you guys hop on Thursday where I'm going to be doing how to make AI commercials step by step. But let me ask you, do you feel a lot better about... I didn't realize the camera was so low. Hi. Do you feel a lot better about commissions? Yes. Yes. Do we all feel better about commissions? Let me know in the chat. Yeah. All right. So that is all I have for you guys tonight. I will be hopping back on Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you like this video and share with your teams, and go ahead and comment. Okay. If it's helped, let me know. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye for now. I'm going to head over to my chat though. Okay. I'm ahead of my chat box. If you guys have questions, I'm going to hang out there and answer them. So feel free to drop them in the chat.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.